Welcome back. Today we're talking about how many videos should I upload to YouTube. Now, if you've heard me speak before, you probably think you know this answer, but this answer has changed. It's changed just in the last year, okay? So I'm going to tell you what it was and what it is now, and I'm going to take you behind the curtains and show you a channel that just started uploading this year. I produce over 50 YouTube channels. I've got a big team working with me. Now, on the majority of those, we launch 5 episodes every single week. However, I'm going to show you something that we tried this year where we just started uploading 1 episode per week, and we're getting amazing results. So I want to give you some background and context. Why have we been uploading 5 episodes every single week? Well, the type of content we create, each episode brings in a little trickle of search traffic. But if you add one video that brings in a trickle, and then another trickle, and another trickle, and another, eventually you get hundreds of these episodes that bring in a fire hose of search traffic. And search traffic is the best. It's the kind of traffic that we want for lead generation. So suggested traffic is the type of traffic you want if you want ad revenue, because you get a lot more views. But if you want lead generation, you want search traffic. Now, 5 episodes a week sounds a lot, but we actually have a system where in a single day, it's a long day, 9 to 5. In a single day, we record 20 episodes in a single day. So that means you only have to film once every 4 weeks, and you have a daily YouTube channel, okay? However, now I can tell you that if we film 20 episodes in a day and you only launch 1 episode a week, that means you actually only have to film once every 20 weeks. I'm going to show you a channel right now, okay? So I'll bring it up. Jason Schroeder. He is a construction guy. Let me scroll down here so you can see some of his videos. How to manage a construction project step by step. What is the role of a superintendent in construction? Okay, what are the duties of a construction superintendent? How to make a construction project schedule. You can obviously see his expertise. He's got a business that services this industry. He helps construction workers, construction companies thrive and succeed and better take care of their clients. So now let me tell you the story of Jason. We just started with Jason in January of 2023, launching 1 episode per week. In the previous month, we had filmed 20 episodes in a single day, all right? So we had 20 filmed in advance. Then in January, we started launching 1 episode per week, and things started growing gradually. Let me actually show you what that looked like. I scroll back up here and I change the date to just show you all of 2023. You'll see we started getting gradual views in the beginning, and then it started to increase to where today we're averaging around 800 views every single day. Now, the reason that this worked so well, just launching 1 episode per week, is because we were very, very specific on the titles. We did keyword research to find the exact wording of the questions people are asking on Google and on YouTube. These questions about the construction industry. So we didn't just make up those titles, but I helped him with the keyword research, and we found what his titles should be based on people's search volume that's consistent but not too competitive. Now, to prepare that much content in a single day, you might think that that's quite intimidating, but if you prepare talking points for your outline, it's way, way, way easier than scripting. Scripting is really taxing on the brain. You really have to think and write things word for word. For me, it does. If I'm writing a script for a 10-minute video, it might take me an hour or 2 to write that script, typically closer to the 2-hour mark. But if I'm writing an outline, on average, it might take me 3 minutes for a video just to think about, okay, if I'm going to answer this question, this title of my video is a question. So if I'm going to answer this question, make a 10-minute video, what do I want to talk about? I'm going to share these 3 points. I'm going to share this story, and then I put in, my call to action. This is what I want. This is the gift that I want to give at the end of my video. So going back to Jason, if we look at these numbers here, this was all just launching 1 episode per week. And then we filmed again in May, but in May we decided we're going to increase to 2 episodes per week. So you can see that started to increase our momentum. And I just want to point out some of the numbers on the screen here. So this main number we're looking at first, we'll round that to 72,000 views. Okay, that's how many views we've had since the beginning of the year, 72,000 views. And if we just go the last 28 days, 21,000 of those have come just in the last 28 days. And this is from search. Now, how do I know that those views are from search? Well, I can show you. And I like going to advanced mode, and you can go to traffic source. And if you look down here, you'll see that YouTube search is our #1 source of traffic. 35.8% of our views are coming from search. After that, it's suggested, and then browse, and so on and so forth down the list here. Okay, so to get to my favorite report, you click on YouTube search. So now we're just looking at search volume. And then you come over here, compare to period over period, and it's showing blue is the last 28 days, and purple is the 28 days prior to that. Okay, so in the 28 days prior, we had 6,000 views just from search, and in the past month, 7,500 views. Now let me quantify for you what this means, what those numbers actually translate into. Because when you get search traffic, if you have the right business funnel set up, then from 100 views that come from search traffic, you can expect to generate $10,000. Now that's the ideal, that's the goal, that is achievable. Many of my clients do achieve that, but not at first. You have to tweak things and fine tune things, test your landing page, test your call to action. You have to be good on a phone or on a Zoom conversation and getting people enrolled in your program. But let me break that down. Here's how those numbers work a little bit more. So when you get 100 views from search, these are people who are searching for you and haven't heard of you before. And they find your video, they see you for the first time, and you're answering their question. You're giving them value, and they really appreciate that. They value that. It's just a one-on-one conversation, just like you and I are having. And so there's this relationship that's built, and they trust you. And by the end of the video, you offer them a gift. In fact, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a gift. I just didn't have it with me. It's my book. So at the end of the video, you give them a gift. And to receive that gift, people need to enter their name and their email or things like that. And so then they become a lead. So typically from 100 views, 10 people will become a lead. And when you have 10 leads and you nurture them through email, typically 3 of them will jump on a strategy session with you. You know, they'll jump on Zoom and have a conversation with you. And 1 out of those 3 will typically be a good fit for your program, and they will hire you. Now, I don't know what your program costs in your business, what you sell, what you offer. There's some that are more expensive, there's some that are less expensive, but a very common price point for sales on YouTube for a program, let's say it's a 6-month program or something like that, $10,000 is a very good price point. It's very common. So imagine that, 100 views, 10 leads, 3 strategy sessions, 1 sale of $10,000. So if you look at these numbers here and you do the math, out of nearly 21,000 views in the last month, 35 or 36% of that is search, nearly 7,500 views. And so if you multiply that by the math, $10,000 for every 100 views, that's the potential of revenue from this channel. And keep in mind, we started launching only 1 episode per day. We started building that momentum, we started getting views, and we started generating leads. And then about 4 months in, we increased to 2 episodes per week. Now, if you're intrigued by this strategy and you want to understand it as deeply as I do for all the 50 different channels that I produce, I put everything in this book. It actually took 2 years to write this book, just packing everything in there. And the feedback that I've got of people that have either read, because it's on Amazon, or listened to it, it's on Audible, the feedback that I've gotten on this book is that they can't believe how much I put in there and that I just shared everything. They thought maybe I'd hold back some secrets, but I didn't. I put everything in here so that you could succeed. And I want to give this to you for free, as long as you cover my printing and shipping costs, but there's no profit to me. That's my gift to you. You can find that in the link below. It's natesyoutubebook.com, and I hope you enjoy.